Hi there, Save with Crypto here. I just want to talk today about sort of trading in general and a little bit of kind of philosophy. I don't feel like I'm qualified to talk about that sort of thing, but I don't know, it's what I do, isn't it? So why not? I'd also like to say welcome back, Jordan. He's back doing his TMG Trades channel. I know he's a bit controversial because some people think he's a pump and dump guy. I actually don't. I think he's been quite inspirational for me. He's about like a third of my age probably, but he's changed his life radically with cryptocurrency, bit of dedication, a bit of a sort of punky attitude of sod normal work, let's just try this instead, and a lot of risk taking. And I've taken a lot of risk as well, and some has worked out well, some has worked out terribly. But yeah, anyway, I'm really pleased he's back. Do go and give his channel a like if you haven't done already, and do say that I sent you, because I've never actually met him in person, but I will one day, and I'll look forward to that because some of his ideas have been really good. Swissborg was great, and if I'd have known when to sell my XTP, I would have made a lot of money then as well. But like the idiot I am, I sort of hung on to it and it's gone down again. I'd also like to thank Eric Crown as well, because I did his course. It happens every now and again. It's just free to do. It does kind of lead up to possibly you buying his products. Like I may well buy the Crown Quant automation tool, or a set of tools rather, which I'm quite happy to, because I've sort of been through the course and I can see the value of the way he does things. And as my regular viewers will know, what I really like is these EMAs. But cyan one is a 9 EMA, yellow is a 21, and the green is a 55. And I've been using these to come in and out of trades. I'm doing it manually at the moment, but I am quite keen on the idea of automating it. So, for example, if we look at the 30-minute time frame, you can see that yesterday I was quite excited when the yellow 21 crossed the 55 here. This was about midday UK time on Monday. And, sure enough, the price then went up quite substantially. So say if you'd have gone long at that price there, and then you'd have made it to the top somehow, that would have been 2.19%, which is quite a lot in Bitcoin, isn't it? I mean, I quite often do stuff on 10x leverage, so that would have been like 20%. I've actually got a trade at the moment that's 20x leverage, so that would be like 40% profit you could make, So that was pretty good. You see, what I'm looking for now, I'm looking for the cyan here, and generally when you see it cross over that yellow again, it usually comes back to about there, and that's exactly what it did. The price actually dropped to 58,656. So to me, this is like a really excellent indicator that you can use for day scalping, or you could use it on a much higher time frame. So for example, like the weekly. So if you were doing like swing trading, you would have gone long here in June of 2023 when the price was 26,650, and you're still being your long today when we're up 119%. Imagine if you'd done that on 20x leverage. If you want to know about these EMAs, there will be a video linked at the end of this video which tells you how to set them up just like this. And it is a free indicator, and it only uses one indicator, so there's 3 EMAs on one indicator. So you can do that with the free version of TradingView if you wish. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was, what is the actual reason we do all this trading? Well, I think the thing is like, we want to buy things like Bitcoin because we know that intrinsically it has a value, and that value should in theory go up over time because of its scarcity and because of it getting adopted by institutions, countries, that kind of thing, and generally people just talking about it and actually being interested in it. And that's what I'm here for, really. That's what my channel's about. My channel is really about the idea that if you keep your money in a bank, even with the best rate of interest, you're probably going to be just breaking even with inflation. and really just the buying power that money, like normal money, has these days. I mean, you must be aware that it's just going down all the time. If I go out for a beer now, I'm happy if a pint of beer costs less than £5. And, when did that happen? I'm sure it was about £3 a few years ago. Maybe I'm imagining it, I'm not sure. So we got this asset, Bitcoin or whatever you are into. And the thing is, the value of it goes up and down. And what I like to do is to have some in a inverse perpetual trading account, so that if the price of it goes down, like here, then you can go into a long position and amplify your gains on the way back up. So then you end up with more Bitcoin than you started off with, And then if the price of it kind of goes down, you can short it, or you don't even have to short it really. You can just hang on to it and then long it on the way back up and make your money that way. And that's the whole thing about it, because people say to me, if you buy Bitcoin, the price just goes up and down all the time. That's totally true. But if you can make money when it does that, that's even better, isn't it? That's why I think learning a skill like trading is really important. It's really good. And when you get it right, it feels great. When you get it wrong, it feels terrible. But part of the process is learning to not feel terrible and learning to not lose more than you gain. And it does take time, I must admit. I was talking to a friend yesterday about this, and he's not from a mathematical or economic background or anything like that. He's a guitarist and a drummer. He used to be in my band. It's sort of like he's kind of getting the skills together now to sort of make money essentially out of thin air. And I think that's a really important skill to have. Now, none of this is financial advice, of course, but all I'm saying is if that sort of thing does interest you, you fancy signing up to an exchange and, having a little play and see what you can do, maybe use these indicators like what I use, then, just try it with a small amount of money. Just use like $10, $100, whatever, and see if you can make some money. And then if you can, then, try it with a larger amount and just go easy like that. Just get your skill set together, because I think it's worth it. But I do iterate, none of this is financial advice, and just do your own research. And if you're not comfortable with it, just don't do it. If you do want to do it, you can use Bitget like what I'm using here, and you can get up to a $30,000 free trading bonus when you sign up. If you're not in the US or the UK, you can use ByBit. Now, ByBit is actually my favourite exchange. I'm not supposed to be able to use it in the UK, but because I'm a digital resident of Palau, I can. So if you want to know about that, go to savewith.crypto.org/Palau. And if you want to sign up to ByBit, go to savewithcrypto.org/ByBit. And you can also get a $30,000 bonus there if you use my link. If you don't use my link, you don't get the bonus. So it makes sense to use my link. Okay. Anyway, just before I go, I just wanted to say that Jordan did actually reply to a comment I left on his video yesterday, because he started talking about XTP, saying I've got some good news about that, and he never mentioned it. So I did actually thank him for doing the video, and I said, by the way, you never mentioned the XTP news. And he replied saying you'll hear more about that tomorrow, which is today now. So I'm looking forward to finding out about that, because I have got quite a lot of XTP, and I should have sold it when it was worth like 10 times what it is now, but I didn't. Anyway, let's see what happens. But anyway, you live and learn. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. If you didn't like it, click dislike twice just to make sure. Leave a comment anyway. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've got the notification bell set on all. And above all, tell your friends.